Alright everybody, we're diving back into the Blue in the Face playthrough for Monster Hunter World in the Iceborne expansion. In the previous video we were preparing to fight the Banbaro, but before we get into the action, we're going to spend some time in the training area talking about the beautifully designed combat system in Monster Hunter World. Let's get started. Alright, today before we go into a hunt, we're going to spend some time in the training area talking about the combat system in Monster Hunter World and what makes it so incredible. In order to do that, I want to showcase 3 different weapons with varying degrees of complexity and talk about how they each build upon the concepts of the last until they get to a level that is absurd but logical. I'm going to start off by changing from my charge blade to the sword and shield. Most people will tell you that the sword and shield is the easiest weapon in the game to pick up and start using if you don't know how to play Monster Hunter, but they will also tell you that the weapon has a very high skill ceiling, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. It is very basic. You hack, you slash, you've got a light attack, you've got a heavy attack, you can boop enemies with your shield if you press the input correctly, and then you've got this really cool backstep attack that you can use to potentially mount onto the monster, or you can use it to use this really cool attack, the perfect rush as it's called, and if you hit the inputs correctly it deals bonus damage, or you can even do the backstep and then jump into the air and then bash down onto the enemy to deal knockout damage to them, to stagger them, knock them on their side so they're flailing around so you can get really big damage with the perfect rush while you've got them in a vulnerable state. But there's so many moments within the sword and shield that can be optimized. You can really take this weapon from being a starter weapon that's easy to pick up and play and turn it into something that just feels you feel like a god once you've really mastered it because of all the different cool things that you can do with it. But at the end of the day, it is a simple weapon. But then if we go back to the box and change, I'm going to next put on the switch axe. And this is just a little tiny step above the sword and shield. It's still not too crazy. We've got resources to manage now. So you'll notice that an additional bar was added to my heads-up display in the top left, and that bar is determining my resources. Now, why is this called the switch axe? Well, because it starts off as an axe that we can swing around, and we can bash the enemy. We've got our light attack, and we've got our infinitely looping attack right here, and we can even do combos with it to activate special abilities. When my axe is glowing red like this, I believe it deals more knockout damage or makes it easier to break parts or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't used this thing that much. But the cool thing about it is that it can be switched from an axe to a sword. And when we're in our sword mode, our resource is going to get drained, but you'll also notice that as I'm hacking away at the enemy, I'm building up a resource as well. And that resource, once it reaches its maximum, all of my sword swings are now going to deal additional damage. So the beauty of this weapon and the goal of this weapon is that in addition to dealing with the basics of just hacking and slashing and contending with the attacks that the monsters are going to use, you've got to also manage your resources appropriately so that you can maintain what is called the amped state on the weapon so that you deal as much damage as possible while you're swinging away and just looking so badass in the process. So we've got just a little bit extra to think about. It doesn't make things overwhelming, but it's still something to think about, more so than just hacking and slashing. So finally, we come back over to the item box and we change our equipment again, and we put on the charge blade. And this is the absolute upper limit of how complex a weapon can be. This is a twofold weapon, just like the switch axe, where we have the sword and shield mode, and then we can transform into the axe mode. And they both work together, just like with the switch axe, but there's even more that we can do to work together. So we have some updates to our HUD again, and the main thing that we're going to be manipulating is the file system. It's something that we charge up by performing attacks with our sword and shield. We can just do our normal light attacks with left click, or we can do like the weapon's namesake and actually charge our attacks to generate more charge for our files. Now you'll notice that they're glowing red. That means I have to deposit the energy into the files. And now I've got them. So what do I do with them? I can do so much with them. It's actually ridiculous how much stuff that I can do with them. So I've got the files, and I can deposit them into different aspects of my loadout. So I can deposit the files into my shield to charge it up. So now if an enemy attacks me and I block it with my shield, it takes damage back. And I can also use what is called a guard point on some of my attacks. So you'll notice that when I switch from sword mode to axe mode, there's what appears to be a shield in front of me, and that is the guard point. So if I time this correctly, then I basically parry the enemy's attack, and then if I do it at the right time, then I can follow up with an attack of my own without fear of getting damaged. It allows you to just flow more quickly into combat. And then I can also charge up when my shield is charged. Another thing that I can do is when my shield is in its amped state or charged up, however you want to call it, I can deposit the energy from the shield into the sword. So now all of my basic sword swings deal that bonus damage. And then finally, where it gets really nuts is when you unleash all of the stored energy that you have in your files into the ultimate attack super amped element discharge. One of the most satisfying things that you will ever do in any game ever, not even just Monster Hunter, is landing a super amped element discharge on an enemy that you just knocked onto the ground. It's glorious. It's truly glorious, and all the finesse that goes into mixing in guard points with super amped element discharges with all the other attacks that you have, it's crazy. And I haven't even mentioned everything. I actually forgot to mention that I can deposit the energy from my files into my axe as well. So I can do this swing, and now all of my axe swings deal bonus damage because the axe is actually spinning like a buzzsaw. It's like there's so much going on with this thing, and it's a lot to think about, but there's a logic to it. And once you understand what everything does, you can find the different places where you can put things. And what I enjoy so much about the weapon is finding the appropriate place to put the standard attacks versus the discharge attacks that are spending the files versus transitioning back to sword and shield mode to generate more charge for my files, and then I fill it up, and then I transfer the energy to the shield, and then I mess up my combos, and then I do the wrong thing, and then it's wonderful though. I absolutely love the fact that the game allows you to go from the most basic form of combat, which is just hacking and slashing, no resource manipulation, to then having minor resource manipulation, to then having a ridiculously expansive suite. You can attack, you can block, you can dodge, you can charge up your weapon, you can be somewhat nimble with your sword, you can dash around, you can do a little quick step, and there's so much to do. And my point in saying that is the developers of Monster Hunter World and all of the Monster Hunter games in general have created systems that allow players to express themselves in terms of the style of play that they like the most. They can also express their decision-making process with classes like the Charge Blade, where you are thinking about a lot more opportunities and a lot more different pathways that you can go. Because with the sword and shield, you're kind of always thinking about dodging and attacking the enemy. Whereas the Charge Blade, you're thinking about charging up your shield, charging up your sword, charging up your axe, unleashing your files. You're thinking about using your guard points. It's a lot of stuff. But with all of that said, we are now going to get into the hunts. Now, unfortunately, some of the story that I went through got lost in a video file that got messed up, but it's not a big deal. We are going to go out and hunt Banbaro in just an optional hunt as opposed to the story hunt, and then we are going to move on to hunting a Pukei Pukei, but with a twist. So this should be fun. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. Time to hunt the Banbaro. Am I nervous? Maybe. But I got this, though, right? I got this. There's no way that this Banbaro is gonna kill me. It's a Banbaro. I'm literally wearing pieces of him right now. I'm literally wearing pieces of the Banbaro right now. So I've killed him enough times to have made all of this stuff. So this can't go wrong. I'm not just gonna flounder around like a helpless child. No, I'm gonna be a monster hunter and I'm gonna win. My goodness. I hate you so much. I hate you so much, Banbaro. I think your goal is to make me look bad, and I don't appreciate that. I just want to look good. Is that too much to ask, dude? Just make me look good. Just like, don't be so difficult. No. Yeah, you don't like that, do you, Banbaro? See, you've been making me look bad all day, and now I'm gonna make you look bad. Yeah, you don't like it, do you? It feels bad. Damn it! I missed again. What the fuck, dude? Really? Crap. I always... One of my biggest problems in Monster Hunter is that I'm greedy. Whenever a monster looks like it's even kind of out of breath or like I can take advantage of something, I just go for it, even though I know that I absolutely shouldn't. And I went for a bit of a ride there when he was walking away. But... We did some pretty good damage there. I put the moves on him. I was getting kind of frustrated fighting this guy just now because I was struggling in a fight that I know I shouldn't be struggling on anymore because I've killed this guy enough times to make pieces out of him. He shouldn't be able to kick my ass. That shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a thing. Okay, but we're doing all right, and I'm gonna continue trying to do all right against this guy. He's I don't know that the Banbaro is a particularly difficult monster, but he's big and slow, and in a lot of games, not even just Monster Hunter, I struggle at fighting enemies that are slower because you have to wait a really long time to time certain dodges in order to actually protect yourself against their attacks. Whereas a faster monster, like they just come in and you know that, okay, I gotta be on my game, I gotta press the button now, and it's quick and it just comes right away. And unlike in the bedroom, it's a good thing. But against this guy, some of his attacks just take so freaking long to come out, and then others are really fast. And it's basically like he's a fighting game character with mix-ups. He's gonna, yeah, like that right there, that was really slow, and I almost did my attack too soon. Oh, look at that, we're getting him on the ropes here. I'm gonna mount onto his side and hit him like so. So now basically his entire body's been weakened, which feels pretty good. And I had a feeling we were gonna get a knockdown pretty soon. So we can get a big hit on him like so, and I can charge up my sword like that, and then we can activate our axe mode to now get this buzzsaw effect. Whenever we hit, we get multiple hits across the body, and I've certainly gone for too much, but I did get a knockdown there. The Banbaro was preparing to do another attack against me, but thankfully I was able to knock him down. Let's switch back to sword and shield. Hey, look at that. We staggered him again. I don't know if he's going to do an attack. Okay, he's trying to leave. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's on death's door, actually. If you look at the mini-map, you can see a little skull and crossbones popping up next to his icon, and that means he's almost dead. So just a few more really good hits and he's dead, but I'm kind of whiffing, even though I feel like I shouldn't be right now. Oh yeah, we got him on the ropes. Look at this guy, he can't even fight back. You know what? I'm gonna take this moment to sharpen my sword. That's how confident I feel in dealing with old Banny No Horns over here. Yeah. I'm talking a lot of smack right now because this enemy was giving me trouble all day, and I'm finally triumphing over the struggle. And this I think is an experience that comes up a lot in Monster Hunter, especially for players like myself that fall on the more average side of things, where average players tend to get stuck on certain monsters in this game, and when you finally figure them out, it feels good. Yeah, okay, he's going over there. Especially with the charge blade, when you really figure out a monster and are able to finesse them and maneuver around in cool ways and also utilize your guard points well, it feels special. It is a special feeling to use guard points against enemy attacks. Where is he going? Is he taking a bath right now? Well, that's certainly not very good. I feel like if there's a monster hunter trying to kill you, you shouldn't try to take a bath. But I do think at this point he is actually on death's door because he's going back to his den to try to sleep. We can't have that. I think this right here is probably the most gruesome part of Monster Hunter, is that as the monsters are about to die, they go back to their home and they try to sleep and recover some of their health. But us being the savages that we are, we bring bombs and we place them next to the monster and we try to bonk them on the head. Okay. All it took was just one more punch and he's done. So that was okay. That was okay. I am never going to get to a place where I can flawlessly kill a monster without taking damage. I'm never going to be the guy that posts videos of killing a monster in less than 3 minutes or something. But that fight was significantly better than my first Iceborne fight. I felt pretty good about that. I have been practicing a little bit. And the coolest thing about Monster Hunter's combat, besides all the stuff about the complexity and the weapon design and the way that the skills are designed for each weapon, is that when you're actually fighting the monsters and you fight them for a long enough time, when you do take damage, you know why you took the damage. And a lot of times when I take damage, it's because I'm being too greedy and just trying to swing and swing and swing and not care about what the enemy is going to do in retaliation. That's like 90% of why I die in this game, is because I'm just being overzealous. Because I want to just do the cool stuff and not worry about defense. But defense and dodging and counterattacking is a huge part of playing Monster Hunter in general, but the Charge Blade specifically is built around counterattacking. A huge part of its kit is timing your guard points very precisely so that you can stagger the monster and then follow up with a massive counter hit. And I do need to exercise a bit more patience. This is the problem that I have in a lot of games. But with all that said, we are going to move on back to some story stuff. I ended up doing one of the assigned missions, the main story missions, off camera, but I'm gonna show you guys the cutscenes for it, and then once those cutscenes are done, we will pick up in the new stuff. So enjoy the cutscenes.
Okay, put that over there. Oh, bring that over there. Good. Pass vite. Be careful.
How about this?
Over there.
Okay.
Sir.
It's going well.
Hey!
Hey. Heard you took care of some rough work out there. How'd everything go?
Splendid, as usual. Now we can begin our investigation.
Yep.
Just think. This freezing cold place was waiting out here for us all this time.
Who knows what secrets this land has in store for us? Whether we like it or not, we're going to find out.
Right.
Well then, I'm heading back to Astera.
Seriously?
Someone needs to stay and look over Astera. So I was thinking, this time, you can take the lead.
Me? Come on. It's not for me. As long as you're here, everything will be fine, right? Besides, ordering someone to be a commander doesn't make them one.
Maybe so. But this place needs a strong leader to guide it. They'll need you here to guide them.
Yes, sir.
We'll need you too.
Well, shall we? Watch your step. Would you look at that?
Doesn't look like a ship from any of our fleets. No, this is older than the Commission itself.
Found you. Take a look at this shard. Never seen anything like it. This handwriting.
You've seen it?
It was long before the first fleet was dispatched. There was an explorer searching for the new world. I hoped our paths would cross again. Let's see. Monsters displaying disturbing behavior. Song.
Song?
I found a shard. I'm not sure how it was created. I need to check. Sorry, but I can't read the rest.
The Legion's sudden migration. And Song. These notes we found. It's happening right now.
So this thing might be the key to this whole mystery.
Yo! We've been looking all over for you guys. Whoa, look at this old relic.
Can you focus on your job, please?
Sorry.
Astera is calling back its hunters. We need to return ASAP.
What? My grandfather's. I think they're the same.
Wait. You're telling me he brought this from the New World?
I thought I was getting closer to the truth.
Then we'll get there together. You want to know what really happened, right? Same as me. We won't let this get away from us.
Thanks. But
Kid, you either come with me or go home. Don't second guess yourself. There's no time.
Hey, don't worry. I can fill in for you and help while you're gone. For the time being, allow me to be your handler. Sound good?
An offer from the best handler in Astera? You'd be crazy to refuse.
everyone, thank you so much.
Glad to have a partner.
Have fun.
Okay, looks like we're done here. Let's go.
Good luck.
This won't be for nothing. Partner, take care.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the cutscene. I had nothing to do with its creation. Now we are going to take on the Play Both Ends mission. And by the way, it feels almost strange to me that after complaining so much about the handler, that I get a new handler that I enjoy so much more. I had no idea that was going to happen. So let's go and do the Play Both Ends mission, and we have to hunt a coral Pukei Pukei in the Coral Highlands. This should be interesting. This is a monster that was in the game from launch, but it seems to have been reprised and redesigned a little bit, which is interesting. I don't know if it's going to have a different moveset or if it's just going to be a different color. Maybe it'll have some different elements that I have to worry about. Because the normal Pukei Pukei deals a lot of poisoning attacks. So maybe this one will do like fire breath or something. I don't know.
Commencing the Coral Pukei Pukei investigation now. The 5th Fleet's A-list hunter will take point, while I keep record. The field team has already gathered tracks. Let's follow the scout flies.
Oh, she's so professional. I'm almost uncomfortable by her level of professionalism because I'm not nearly as professional as she is. But we've already got the scout flies guiding us towards the Pukei, but they don't know exactly where it is, so we're going to have to follow them while picking up tracks along the way. And I'll also try and gather some items as well if we walk past them. Not every item is going to be useful to me, and I've actually forgot to clean out my inventory before coming on this mission. So maybe gathering is not going to be the best because I don't really want to worry about sorting through a bunch of stuff. There are some items that I think I can still pick up, like honey, because I already have a stack of that in my inventory, and it automatically converts itself into a mega potion for me. So yeah, we should be good. So we'll just... I do actually really like the part of the game where you're going to find a monster, because the open world, even though we're just, we're walking around, not really doing anything particularly exciting, it always feels useful because of the way gathering works in the game. Because just by walking around, you can pick up items that will actually benefit you while you are hunting. So that honey that I picked up turned into a potion. That is actually disgusting. Oh my goodness. Well,
Do you suppose what's riling them up is connected to the issue with the Legiana?
most likely yes. Now I still don't know what its attacks are going to do to me, but it does have some slightly different attacks, but some similar ones as well. The original Pukei Pukei doesn't like when you're standing behind it either. Oh, he's gonna... I'm messing up. I'm messing up pretty bad. Oh, he's gonna... No. Hey, look at that. He blinded the Pukei Pukei. He can't see me now, but I can see him. So let's charge up our shield and see how many hits we can get while he's blinded. Now, he is still going to attack while he can't see, but he's going to... Shit. He's going to be indiscriminate about what he attacks, which is nice. So I can take advantage of that while I can. Let's see if we can get a big hit. Not horrible. Not horrible. He's no longer blinded, though, so I'm going to have to be a bit more careful. Alright. Okay, he's spraying his tail around a little bit. That was still very gross. The Pukei Pukeis may be the most disgusting enemy in the game. He's drinking out of the environment, and that is allowing him to spray with his tail. Alright, well, very disgusting. At the very least, this is an opportunity for me to deal a lot of damage, which I'm not capitalizing on nearly as well as I should. Okay. Looks like he's... Is he going to stay up there? Maybe I should have put on a flash pod. Flash pod's on. And I think I completely missed on the flash, but I took damage before getting the flash active. So that was pretty rough. Oh, you know what? I can probably cut off his tail to severely limit the amount of tail attacks that he can do. And when I say severely limit, I mean completely eliminate. Because if he doesn't have a tail, he can't shoot stuff out of his tail at me. Also, there's another monster here that's kind of being annoying, and we're going to have to shoot some poop at him. Because oh my goodness. This thing is out of control. Oh my god. This is the most dangerous butt on the planet, dude. This thing is fucking dumb. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Well, that didn't go nearly as well as I thought it was gonna go. This is not gonna end well. Well, thankfully we've got an ally on the field in the form of that blue enemy that was there, and he knocked our guy down to the ground. So I can take advantage of this. We'll activate our shield buff. Then we'll activate the sword buff. Unfortunately, he's going to get up before I'm able to apply the damage from the actual attack. Oh, bounced back a little bit too far. It would have been really nice if that would have connected with him. Try it again. There we go. That's what I was trying to do the first time. And we got him knocked down. I know your moves now, buddy. And you're not doing so well when I do. Okay. Let's try and get this to land this time. And then we've got to scoot away immediately. I got a little bit lucky there. Because he did his spit before my attack went out and before I did my little scoot. This is greedy. This is all greed. But it worked out. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. When you get in a groove with the charge blade, it feels so fun. I mean, the weapon always feels fun, but there's something very special about flowing together with a lot of different moves and manipulating the very, very expansive move list that you have. Oh, I thought he was gonna attack in front of him, but he was actually going after my cat that time. I think he's gonna fly away. No, he's not. He's trying to scratch me. That was probably the poorest aimed, super amped element discharge that has ever existed. on the planet. I think he's about to fly away. Yeah, he's going. It's unfortunate I can't ride him all the way to wherever he's going, but we've got him on the ropes this time, okay? I haven't died yet. And wait, have I died? I actually don't remember. I'm kind of lost in a fog at this point. I've died to this thing so many times that I don't even know if it's Tuesday anymore. It's not. It's Monday. So, oh no. Don't. It's fine. It's fine. I get one free revive per mission, and I've used it officially there. No more mistakes like that. Oh crap. Well, this is bad. We're both going to sleep. No. Well, the cat's still awake, but... is he going to get us? No, he's not. Well, I'm awake before he's awake. Nope, he's back too. Alright, well, this turned into a bit of a mess, didn't it? That's got to be part of the beauty of Monster Hunter, right? The fact that you can be fighting a monster and then accidentally hit a toad and it puts both of you to sleep. That's got to be the beauty of Monster Hunter, right? Uh-oh. Block, 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 block. Just keep blocking. It's almost done. And now we're good. Yeah, there are huge windows of opportunity with this thing when it's using its spray. Like, this normally would be a moment of opportunity because I'm supposed to have a flash pod to knock him down, but I don't. But that's a big opportunity to deal damage to him. And coupled with the fact that he seems pretty inaccurate, this guy's not so bad. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, look at that. He tried to lick me and it just went straight over my head. I don't even think I properly dodged him there. Ah, crap. I always get a little bit too greedy with that move in particular, though. I always think I can get 2 hits on him before he does that sort of back step followed by the spit that he just did right there. But there's way less time than I think I have. Had enough time there, though, and now that he's weakened, I'm gonna grapple on and just hit him right in the body so that he takes additional damage from my swings. I haven't really been doing a great job of trying to focus down the tail to get rid of that. I've just been swinging pretty indiscriminately to try and get some damage. And I would actually really like to pick up that Vigor Wasp right now. I'm just going to let him do his thing because I need the health. Ah, okay. We're going for a ride, folks. I think I should try to cut off the tail. Even though he gets very aggressive from the front when his tail is gone, I think it's still worth it to try and get rid of this thing. So I'm going to focus the mount on it, and then once we jump off, I'm going to try and get around there, and please let me grapple onto it, and then we're going to soften it up. I'm going to... we got the break immediately. All right. And I should be able to at least get that one hit. Oh, he's down. Let's give him a big one then. Right on the noggin. The full super element discharge was successful. There you go. You fly away in shame, you tailless Pukei Pukei. Are you even a Pukei Pukei if you don't have your tail? Oh, wait a minute. He is close to dying. He's limping. Yeah. You're damn right you're close to dying. I've been whooping your ass. Okay, I take it all back. I take it all back. He's still got a lot of fight left in him. No, 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 no. Okay, let's not get overconfident about this, because that is obviously gonna cause my downfall. We just gotta stick and move and avoid that. Oh, he's so relentless when you get rid of the tail. This is just not what I was expecting. I thought maybe he'd settle down some, but he's more amped up than ever before. Oh, I don't even know how to. Okay, we got a mount again. Perfect. This time I'm gonna target it on his face and try to break that. I don't have a lot of resources available to me right now, but I'll still be able to get some pretty good damage out. Because all I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna go like this and then activate the buzzsaw, and then we're just gonna swing. We're just gonna chop him up. There we go. Now we'll go back into sword mode. We'll activate our shield. And now we're behind him. We've got a bit of an advantage here. Big hit, but unfortunately I didn't have any files available, so we didn't get the bonus file damage that may have, in fact, been enough to knock him out. There we go. Yep, those file hits would have probably been more than enough to knock him out the last time. Come on, we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we have. Okay. No! I'm so scared right now. Oh, I got greedy. No. Okay, let's just okay. Please. Run. Oh, sweet goodness. Sweet goodness. Okay. Pukei's gone. I'm low on health. Wait. Oh, he's not. I thought. Oh. Oh my gosh. I thought he was gonna flash me and then maybe kick me in the face or something, but he's just trying to get some dinner. I can respect that. What?
Data compiled. Let's return to Astera and prepare for the next investigation.
Okay, he was literally 1 hit point away from dying. I will frickin' take that, dude. We're gonna go back to Astera now, and we're gonna move on to the next hunt. And there we go. That's going to do it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, if you'd like to support the channel more than you already do just by watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, you can head over to patreon.com/iBluairJgR to become a patron. As always, the name of the game is Monster Hunter World Iceborne. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.